When I peered through my remodeled telescope on that beautiful starry night, I saw something that changed astronomy as we know it. It was a magnificent sight when I caught a glimpse of heaven and saw that the sun was in the center of the universe. I was finally able to prove the church wrong. Let me show you what I saw. The hot blazing sun was lying still in the universe, while the heavenly bodies revolved around it.
Galileo, Galileo, Galileo figure.
Greg, stick to the script.
Sorry. Anyway, I throw my telescope in the air sometime, saying, Ayo, Galileo.
Greg.
Sorry again. Sorry, well, Galileo was born in 1564 in Pisa, Italy, and passed away while under house arrest in 1642. He made many important discoveries, including Jupiter's largest four moons, and the sun is in the center of our solar system. He also made two very important discoveries in the laws of physics, the law of the pendulum, and the law of falling bodies. Many of these scientific breakthroughs disagreed with the church, and after he sent them in the letter of his regarding of the sun being the center of our universe, he was accused of heresy. After trial with the church, he was freed of heresy, but he couldn't teach and spread his discoveries. Galileo listened just as well as me and published a book about his discovery of the sun being in the center of the universe. He was called to Rome for another trial, but this time the church was not as forgiving.
Order. Galileo, you have been charged with heresy for wrongly publishing astrological theories that contradict the beliefs of the church.
In your book, The Dialogue Concerning the Two Chief World Systems, your case is too strong for Copernicus' theory. It diminishes and rips apart Ptolemy's strongly believed in religious theory. This is a violation against the Catholic Church.
Your Majesty, I am a deeply religious man and do all of my work under the name of God. My intent is not to harm the church, but to educate it and help it prosper.
The truth. Galileo, stop lying.
Settle down. I will have order in my court. Galileo, please continue.
The ancient scripture mentions very little about astronomy. It does not even mention all of the planets' names. How can we know that it tells us what is in the center of the universe if we do not even know what goes around it? God expects our knowledge, scientific discoveries and theories to increase, and he expects our evidence and interpretations of his scriptures to evolve and change based off that.
Our scholars have interpreted the sacred text thoroughly and have determined that it says only the heavenly bodies revolve around the earth.
Yet neither theory is clearly proven in either the Old or New Testament. God expects our knowledge to increase, and he expects our interpretations to increase and evolve based off that. My evidence...
Galileo, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the church is fully aware of your defense. That is not why you were here. You were allowed to publish a book, but under strict requirements. The book could compare the two theories, but it had to be completely unbiased. Your book was clearly biased towards Copernicus' theory. Explain.
I tried to be as unbiased as possible and follow your instructions, but all my evidence and discoveries pointed towards Copernicus' theory.
Your book has an educated man arguing with great evidence for Copernicus' theory, and a stubborn, ignorant man arguing for Ptolemy's theory. This hardly seems fair.
I admit I was biased towards Copernicus' theory, but I am willing to denounce my position.
This is a direct offense of the Catholic Church. I believe this should be punishable by torture or death.
Your Holiness, he will be allowed a chance to apologize and forgive his sins.
Very well then. And so that we be more cautious in the future, and an example for others to abstain from delinquents of this sort. We order that the book Dialogue of Galileo Galilei be prohibited by public edict. We condemn you to formal imprisonment of this holy office at our pleasure.
I, Galileo Galilei, have adjured as above with my own hands.
The church ended up sentencing Galileo to a life sentence of house arrest because of age and bad health. Galileo was not allowed to do any more of his scientific work, but once again he didn't listen and published his final book, The Discourse on Two New Sciences. Galileo's cause was lost, but his scientific marks had an important impact on today's society. So you're right.